What is up, YouTube? It is Thursday, April 9th, 4:39 in the morning, and this is part 2 of my weekly series, and I am T-minus 24 weeks away from my first Ironman 70.3. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jesse. Like I said, I'm training for my first Ironman 70.3. I post at least 2 YouTube videos a week, 2 long-form YouTube videos a week, and it literally consists of me yapping to the camera about my training for my Ironman and life in general. So I am 26, I'm on prep, I'm en route to completing my first Ironman 70.3, all while trying to balance this thing called life. So with that being said, it's part 2, it's 4:40 in the morning. I'm pretty tired, but I think I got a good amount of sleep last night. So with that, I think in the last video I showed you guys that I went on a swim and then a run right after. Today I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to go to the gym and hit back and biceps, and then I'm going to go on a run right after that. So I think that's going to be my plan this morning, to go hit some back and biceps and then go on a run right after and log on for work this morning. Today is going to be a pretty busy day for work. I'm going to try to finish things as early as possible, and I have a good amount of adult stuff I got to take care of too, more fun stuff. And yeah, last video was way longer of a video than I thought it'd be. It was about 30 minutes of me talking, so if you guys did enjoy that, I'm glad, because it was fun editing it, to be honest. It was fun editing that video because it was a lot of stuff that I really enjoy, which is waking up early, just like this time, and showing up. So that's what we're doing again. And yeah, more so just giving you guys my 2 cents on waking up early and repeating the same thing every single week and not burning out from it. I think a quote that's getting me through this morning is that if there's no risk, there's no story. Way easier said than done. And it's a very simple quote, but I am really all about telling a story. And from my morning routine to just talking to the camera, I enjoy it. I literally have fun doing this. So, and with that comes risk. With telling that story, I never really know who's watching these videos or who this might be helping, but this is my way of telling my story that I really enjoy, and I hope somebody out there is enjoying these videos, but also taking some inspiration from them and is trying to work on waking up early, because it is extremely early and we are getting it done. And I have work today and a pretty busy day of it. So yeah, we're doing it. And I don't think I'm going to talk much here because it's almost Friday. I want to get to the gym, get it in, get that run in, and we got work right after. I don't want to commit to training again later in the day because of how busy work is going to get. So I'm just going to leave it to 2 training sessions this morning, still 2 out of 2 back-to-backs. And we'll just go from there. So yeah. So yeah, if you are new to the channel, if you're looking for any kind of advice or anything when it comes to waking up early or Ironman training advice, or I'm no expert at Ironman training advice, but I do lift weights. I've been doing that for about seven years. So if you guys are looking for specific pieces of topics that you want me to talk about, please leave them in the comments. Or shoot me a DM on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, and I'll work on it. So I'm kind of just doing this thing and yapping to the camera because I'm just living through it. I'm living and breathing and documenting this whole thing. So if you guys have specific topics you want me to talk about, just let me know. My ats are the same as my YouTube, at Jesse V. Duran on all platforms. And yeah, so unless you guys like me just talking to the camera and getting to know me and getting a glimpse of what it is like balancing this kind of training and a 9-to-5 and life and all that stuff, I could also just keep doing that. But if there's one thing about me, it's I stay consistent. And if it's something like this, that's light work. That's enough yapping. It is 4:47. I'm going to slam this. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to leave so I can get into the gym right by 5 and not leave the house at 5 and get going. So it's going to be a full back day. I might do biceps and then I hope that gym isn't crowded. And we'll just go from there. So here we go. Here's to another day of training. I'll see you later. Or maybe I'll take you guys into the car. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I will take you guys into the car because I like talking to the camera when I'm in the car. Helps pump me up, gets me ready for the gym. Let's do it. Let's bring the energy. It's almost Friday. It is currently 5:10 in the morning. Oh man, that is annoying. But nonetheless, that is okay. Oh. That was annoying, but that is okay. It's 5:10 in the morning. I tried to set up my camera and record, but I accidentally pressed the setting. I have the Sony, I think it's A6600, and when I pressed record, there was a setting error, and I couldn't press record, and I just don't know my camera enough to be able to get out of certain settings. So that's where I need to do better. It's 5:10. Let's go to the gym. So yeah. 5:11 now. I'm probably not even gonna start training until like 5:20 something, 5:30. That is okay. You see, if I was going to my other gym to go on my swim today, it would have been a different story. But we're just going and doing weights. I mean, it's still something just because it's still so early, but we're doing it. We are doing it. Man, that camera thing took me like a good 5 to 10 minutes just to figure out. Oh. But, hey, we did it. And we are doing it. I'm going to pass some inspiration over to you guys at 5 o'clock in the morning. And that is related to motivation and continuing to get up and do this thing no matter how we feel. So I think a lot of people out there can relate to being motivated to do something. I think waking up at this time, waking up and going to the gym at this time hits me on a different level because I was doing this for a couple years. I was doing this for a really long time up until I didn't have a job last year, and when I did get a job, it was almost like I needed to go to the gym in the morning to feel that fulfillment before going into work. I'm sure I said this in a previous video, but that's, my motivation is that my morning routine and my schedule and my structure is everything to me, because it allows me to go into the gym where it feels quiet, I'm in my own lane, and I'm taking care of what I need to take care of, and I'm able to move on and take on the day. So maybe that's something that I should even talk about in this video. Not only is it motivation to me getting to the gym and starting my morning with this kind of stuff because it's just how good it feels, but it's also about winning the day. And I think that's a simple quote on top of no risk, no story. So yeah, I think that's going to be my first piece of motivation for the day. That's to win the day. How do you win the day? How do you start your morning or your day to start off with a win? Because sometimes it might be the smallest wins that will eventually stack up, not only within the days, but through the entire one day that you're doing. So yeah, it might feel like a lot, but at the same time, it's, as you stack more wins in your mornings, it's a momentum and a domino effect kind of thing, where waking up early is already a win, and I let that fuel my next win, and then the win after that, and then boom, I'm in the office. And you've stacked so many wins where everything else is just stacked on top of that. But it also comes down to what you consider as a win. I think I used to get in this habit of thinking that I needed to do this certain thing to consider it as a win. But I think that's also me being hard on myself. So I think other people out there need to not be so hard on themselves. And if you're waking up early or you're staying up late to work on your business or anything like that, just like how I stay up to edit these videos, it's all about what you consider as a win. And this is a win to me. And it's fun. So yeah, that is going to be my quote of this morning, my two quotes. And it's that no risk, no story, and to win the day. So with that being said, I'm almost to the gym. It's about 5, almost 5:20 now. I consider this late. Anytime past 5, maybe even 5:05, 5:10, that's late. I definitely consider that late. Maybe that means I'm crazy. Maybe that means I'm a psycho and I have a problem, but I'm so used to this at this point where I almost imagine certain times as late. Some other people think that 6, 7, 8 is late, but past 5 a.m., man, I'm late. Morning crew, we're late. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Or I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here, and I'll see you guys when I get inside of the gym. Let's do it. up, YouTube? It is currently 6:55 in the morning. Definitely finishing later than I thought or hoped to finish at. In a perfect world, I would have gotten to the gym right by 5, would have been done and out of there by 6:30. But we're out around 30 minutes after what I would have normally gotten out of. But that's okay because we showed up and we got it done, guys. We got it done. I think I'm getting over my fear of talking to the camera either after or before my workouts, because this doesn't feel too hard. And even filming during my workouts, that doesn't feel as hard as I thought it'd be too. Maybe it's also because I tried to avoid the crowd as much as possible and tried to put my camera in a spot where I didn't think it would get a lot of people at. So, nonetheless, we did it. We got a lot of good clips, and I'm on my way home to eat and post up for work. Oh, there's my cross, my rosary. So yeah. Oh man, I totally forgot. I'm about to go on a run. Oh. Wow. Totally forgot that? Dang. I forgot. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get home and then literally strap up my Solomon vest and hit the pavement. Okay, so with that, totally forgot that I was gonna go on a run up until now, and it's part of it. That is part of it. So, yeah. Thoughts after my lift? Honestly, nothing too crazy. It was just another back day. Started with some pull-ups, and then I started to do some bent over rows with the kettlebell. It's probably my second or third time ever doing that, but actually filming it this time. And it was different, but it was a good warm-up to get my back even more warm, along with the pull-ups. And right after that, I'm pretty sure I did a plate-loaded lat pull-down machine, and then I did another lat pull-down, pulling at a different angle. So, couldn't have asked for a better back day. And at the end of it, I didn't even film this, but I did 2 or 3 sets of straight bar curls, along with 2 or 3 sets of hammer curls. But that was in the middle of the floor of the gym, and there might have not been a lot of people next to me, but I still kind of felt weird putting my camera in like the smack middle of the gym in front of the mirror. So I think I need to get over that hump, because it's different when I'm working out on a machine. I can kind of just hide my camera in a little corner. There might be only a few people that, look at me, but I'm not the center of attention. I don't really feel too comfortable with that yet. So yeah, with that, back and biceps down the drain, getting home, gonna go on this amazing run with it still cold outside. So yeah. Alright, so what were we talking about before the gym? I think that conversation was around winning the day. You see, right now it is exactly 7 a.m. and I think we are winning the day just fine, considering that I don't even have to log on until, I would have hoped to log on for work around 7, but I think a good 30-minute run would be good. Might be able to rip a couple miles and call it a morning. It's going to be a busy day at work, so it's always a busy day for work, whether I'm in the office or working from home. So yeah, that is what we're going to do, and we have started with a win for the day, no matter how quote-unquote late it might feel. And I am hungry, man. I did feel pretty shredded in there. Oh, alright. Along with winning the day, what else can we talk about? I think we always talk about early morning routines and quotes and stuff like that. I think with the amount of consistency that I want to do and that I want to pour into this training, I think I really need to accept that it is going to be a constant training regimen, whether I'm lifting weights, swimming, biking, running, all while balancing going into work. And it's going to have to get to a point to where I'm training after work and not filling it all in the morning, which is fine. I think it's accepting and coming to terms with the amount of training that this takes with the whole balancing life kind of thing. So, yeah. So I'll take that win. Oh, and it's my birthday in 2 days. I turned 27. In case some of you guys didn't know that are new to the channel or maybe have been watching since my first video, I don't know if I had mentioned my age, but I'm 26 and I turned 27 on the 11th of this month, April 11th. So yeah, I can definitely talk more about what I've learned being at 26. But that's like a whole another thing, because I've learned a lot about myself, and a majority of what I do is work out for fun, so that's the gist of it. But alright, I'll talk more about my age and how old I am and how I've entered UNC status maybe later. But I'm about to get home. I'm going to suit up, go on my run, and then I'll check in right after before I log on for work. And I don't think there's anything else to mention except this being part 2. And, I already mentioned that earlier this morning, but this is part 2 of my weekly series of being on prep until my first Ironman 70.3, and I'm on part 2 of T-24 weeks away. I'm also T-2 days away from turning 27. So I will check in after my run. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. All right. What is up, YouTube? Let me get my timestamp right here, because my phone is elsewhere. It is currently 8:25. I don't know if you guys can see that. Just got back from my run, and before I left for my run, my Garmin told me to take a rest day. But I did 4 miles. I did 4 miles at an 11-minute pace. Got back around 8:15, 8:20. Needed to lay down for a second, but with that being said, I gotta log on for work. Oh my gosh, quite a late start to this morning, but we did it. We're doing it. T-24 weeks out, part 2 of this week's video. And I wanted to wrap it up before I start to do adult stuff like work and everything else in between. So with that being said, T-24 weeks away from my first Ironman 70.3, part 2 of this week's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel, please leave a like, a comment, and maybe subscribe if you want to come back for some more. I post 2 times a week, that being 2 long form videos, and I post every single day of the week on TikTok and on my YouTube Reels. A majority of those are just my morning routines. I wake up at 4 a.m. Monday through Friday. Sometimes on the weekend if I'm feeling it. The majority of the time I'm doing everything extremely early in the morning. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys in a couple of days. And I will be 27 years old in a couple of days. So I'll be able to reflect a little more on that. And yeah, since my birthday's in 2 days. So I'm glad I'm able to make this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.